Like, okay, so recently I was in the studio working on my demo reel, and, well, let's just say when you put me in front of a microphone, you tend to get a lot of weird shit. So here's a few highlights I've compiled from the recording of my demo reel. Enjoy. Wow, it's almost noon. No one's tried to kill us yet. I'd say that's a win. Ah, come on! Gosh be damned. I'll never get the time to buy a cheesy puff. It costs one. I'm gonna have a fight for like an hour and a half, and like I said, it's noon. Like, oh man, I really wanted a cheesy puff. I'm not coming back. Someone needs to restart the machine. There's no way I could make it back in time. Get to the escape pod and don't come looking for me. That's an order. Besides, the captain always goes down for his ship. Maria, Iris, I'll see you soon. No! Oh my gosh, he's dead! I was into him, but I know he was not into me because he's too busy grieving, but no! Almost noon. No one's tried to kill us yet? I'd say it's a win. Let's get out of here. Ah, shit. Just what I didn't want to happen. I'm the protagonist here. I'm supposed to win, all right? I'm like the character who wins without fighting. He's like, I will partake, but I will not fight anyone. I will not kill anyone. But I will fight. But I will compete for you, and I will win. Now, that said, people can die by my hand so long as it's indirect, because, I kind of, have this whole rule where I can't do the killing, but if I do a thing that causes nature to kill him, let's say I'm running and I accidentally kick a pebble in his direction, and let's say that pebble causes him to trip, and then say he falls into a cactus pit, except these are the man-eating cactus, and they kind of eat him, and it's actually pretty gross, and I don't want to look at it. But it's I didn't kill him. He fell because of the rock. Yes, I kicked the rock, but he's the one who tripped on the rock. He's the one who fell on the cactus. So obviously he is the guy who is at fault here. That's kind of that's the whole shtick here, or say if he's about to take his stance against someone's about to shoot a laser at him, and the only defense is his magic sword, but then suddenly I just accidentally run and bump it in him, causing him to drop his sword, and then he's shot with the magic blast that vaporizes him. That's not my fault. He lost his balance. I bumped him, but it wasn't intentional, so I didn't really actually kill him. It was an accident, and I'm kind of okay with manslaughter, just not murder, because that's kind of my whole shtick, and maybe I'll feel guilty for an episode and be like, oh well, I just gotta move on, it was an accident and there's not really much I could do, just kind of accept death, and maybe that'll happen once or twice every season, but I'm not gonna kill anyone. Maybe I'll be tempted in the final episode, I'm sick and tired of your shit, I'm gonna shoot you now, but then the female love interest no, don't shoot him, you can't, you're better than that. I gotta shoot him, he's the bad guy. He's like, no, but that means you're the bad guy. I'm like, I don't want to be the bad guy. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna shoot you. And then I throw the gun aside, which causes a discharge, and the bullet just kind of just bounces around, and then maybe it just hits the chain that has the engine above him, and then it falls on him, and oh shit, he's dead. But don't worry, that's not my fault, because I didn't shoot him. I didn't shoot the chains, so I still didn't kill him. But it's problem solved, so we can get away with that. Don't worry, okay? That's not my fault. I'm still a clean character, all right? I didn't actually kill the guy. He just had a terrible accident involving a gun that I may or may not have thrown, okay? It's an admissible it's a possible defense in court, all right? I've used this multiple times. The fandom would come at me and I'll be like, "No, I didn't do it." And they're like, "Okay, I guess you didn't do it. Let's keep going for the next season because I want to see where this goes." But little do they know, I'm just going to do the same shit over and over. And by the time they actually realize what the hell I'm doing with this show, it's well, we're just giving him all my money, so he's gonna make 2 more seasons, and it's not gonna be shit. But maybe we'll watch it anyways because we're the loyal fans, even though we absolutely hate what's coming out. And I'm like, haha, you're just giving me your money, you suckers. I'm not coming back. Someone needs to go restart the machine. There's no way I could make it back in time. Get to the escape pod and don't come back looking for me. That's an order. Besides, Captain always goes down to his ship. just the law of the sea. The space sea. That I had to chart for some reason to find the rainbow dolphin that ate my wife. Because, apparently humans are a delicacy to rainbow dolphins. And, well, I mean, I'd also like to taste a rainbow dolphin. That's kind of the reason why I'm doing this, actually. Not for my wife, but, like, I'm just kind of looking for the rainbow dolphin just so I could be like, hey, you look delicious. I'm going to eat you for dinner. I'm gonna spear you. I'm going to slice you up. I'm going to grill you, get some nice salt. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be a delicacy. And if it's not, well, I'm going to be very, very pissed because I went to all this effort to finding a rare rainbow dolphin, and I just find out I don't like rainbow dolphin. I mean, what am I going to do with this huge carcass now? I can't eat it for dinner. You know, it's like, well shit, okay? I'd have to sell it. I mean, I guess I can make a fair bit of money selling this rainbow dolphin, but that's providing, like, I don't become immediately addicted, or I'm not into it. I mean, I guess if I'm, like, into it, but not, like, that into it, I could always just, like, freeze it, but I don't know, like, I don't want to. I'm kind of afraid to find out what a frozen rainbow dolphin tastes like. I mean, it's not like you can find these things often, you know. Like, I don't know. I'm just really hungry all of a sudden, you know. Like, I mean, do we have at least some whale? I could have some whale right about now. I guess some whale will do, but, like, I really want to taste that rainbow dolphin, you know? Like, it sounds really delicious. I've heard the stories of, like, men who eat this rainbow dolphin and, like, they become superheroes. I mean, I don't want to be a superhero or anything, but, like, if it's going to give me, like, super cool powers, then sure, I'll happily take that. I just don't want to have the hero stuff, you know? I mean, what's the point of having a superpower if I have to use it all the time for someone else when I could just use it for myself, you know? Like, if I could suddenly have the ability just to open pickle jars, you know, I just tap a pickle jar and it opens. Like why would I want to share that with people? Like, so many people have problems with pickle jars. It's like, hey, can you open this pickle jar? I'm like, yeah, sure, I can open your pickle jar, and I just tap it, and then suddenly, next thing you know, all of Main Street wants me to open their pickle jars, and then I'm working at the restaurant down the street because all their pickles are delivered in jars, and they can't open them, you know, like, that would just be a horrible, horrible ability. And I mean, have you even worked in the catering industry? I mean, it's not exactly the most fun thing to work with, because it's always like, make the fish this way, cook the steak that much, this is too cold, I don't care, I'm too busy trying to cook this rainbow dolphin. It's an endless cycle, you know, like, I would just rather eat the rainbow dolphin and keep it to myself.